Hi there, Libra. Healing Grasshopper here to do your August 2025 bonus. We're going to use the After Tarot for the bonuses. The After Tarot shows the next frame after the Rider-Waite Smith deck, right? So you'll start to see as we pull the cards. We're going to get all the same cards, but it's going to be like what happens next after the cards. Okay. King of Pentacles, right? So it's like the same artwork pretty much, but this is what happens like right after the snapshot of the original deck. So here is the King of Pentacles. He's enjoying his power here. He's stroking, if you can see here, I'm sorry about the glare. He's stroking the bowl here. This is his power, his inner strength, his earthy strength. Um, King of Pentacles is one who is confident in his power. He wields it in a balanced way, in equal measure, um, with confidence, but also like he's not really the innovator. He's the tried and true. Um, he's the guy that goes with the tried and true and confidently walks the paths that were set for him by his forefathers, so to speak, right? He's more of the I always say Warren Buffett as opposed to like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk types, which would be like the King of Wands. But the King of Pentacles is more conservative, where he knows that his fortune will come easily to him if he just colors within the lines, which there's nothing wrong with that. So, what does this mean to you, Libra? It means that simplicity will bring you a whole lot. There doesn't need to be, you don't have to reinvent the wheel to bring a W, you know. What else with that spirit? A lot of cards. Any of these? Okay, none of these. This was a fumble. Okay. What have we got? This? This one too? Okay. Hierophant. What did I say about not having to reinvent the wheel? Hierophant is co-signing on that. Ace of Swords. Okay. So we have got the Hierophant is about convention, about, kind of following the rules. This is in this context, this is very much like, and see, the Hierophant is usually just got his hand up, I think, or does he? I'm trying to remember. I think he just has his hand up, like, you know. But now he's got a book in his hands. Or yes, he's pointing up with his fingers in the original one. But now he's holding a book. It's probably the Torah. Doesn't really, you can't really tell, but it's some ancient book of wisdom, right? So this is just stick to the tried and true and you'll get there. But this also talks about tending to your obligations. So this is like your job, your business, your marriage, your, whatever or whomever it is that you um hold obligations to that you will be paying attention to in this month that will be a benefit to you, right? So this doesn't necessarily mean obligation like, oh, chores. This is just tending to your business type thing. Ace of Swords is using it's clarity, but also using one's intellect. And here is, um, in the original Ace of Swords, it's the universe is holding up the sword, but now the sword is, been rested into the ground. I'm assuming because it's kind of standing freely on its own. And now he's holding a falcon that is blindfolded. A falcon represents um, wisdom and foresight, right? But he's blindfolded, so it talks about your potential. It's like the universe is lending you here an additional level of clarity, right? Because the sword is one clarity, but the falcon is like the next level of clarity that you're gaining. That's going to help you move forward and ascend, right? Queen of Pentacles ours, not ours at all. These ours, neither of them. Okay, that was a fumble. Why? You like the Queen of Pentacles. Could have went like the King of Pentacles. Okay. Lovers ours, reversed? Not reversed. Okay. The world ours? Anything under it ours? No, just the world. The world's in the center. Okay. So the lovers here is a nod to your relationships. Does not need to be romantic. This is just relationships in general. And the world after it is talking about a great shift in your relationships. Because here I was talking about ascension, right? So we've got like a new level of relationships here because before we have been, I'm pretty sure, let's have a quick look at your recent past. Yeah, you have the difficult energy has expired and yeah, I don't need to look that far back. It doesn't matter. Um, what this is talking about here is whatever difficulties that you've been having in relationships, you have discarded quite a few of them. Um, and you may still need to discard some of them. Hold on. Most of you have finished discarding them. There might be a small group of you, though, that still have some relationships to close out. But for the majority of you, you have you've cleaned house already, right? And some of you may even feel like I have nobody left, I'm alone, that kind of thing, and then the hermit just flashed in my head, right? You're alone for a reason, Libra. It's called hermit mode. The universe cleans people out in your life so that you can regroup, take your energy back, and familiarize yourself with yourself, right? Especially if you've been in relationships for a long time, it's like you have to become reacquainted with yourself and remember who you are before you step forward into something new. So here's the world, which is stepping into something new, stepping through a portal. Um, and these together are talking about um, a moving towards your soul tribe, moving towards situations where you'll be presented with people who are vibrating closer to your own vibration, which is why you've had to close out these relationships in the past because there have been low vibrational people in your life. You're ascending, you had to leave them behind. You had no, wow. And I was thinking about the magician too because I was looking at these here. Yeah, the magician. You are coming into your alchemical abilities here. Your inner magic here, where you are realizing your own power and your ability to build what you want in your own life. We need four more. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that. What did I just say about having your soul tribe? So we've got the Eight of Pentacles, right? And we know this card. She's standing in the middle of all the swords and feeling like the world is ending. And here is, a kind squire here who is cutting her this binding rope around her, and he's rescuing her, and he's got this kind look on his face like, you're okay, you're fine, we're gonna help you out and get you out of here. you know Here is exactly what I'm talking about, the higher vibrational people that are going to come into your life. And that's not to say, though, Libra, that you need to be rescued. That's not that, because part of this too is about realizing that you are not helpless. The Eight of Pentacles, even the original one, is talking about that because that's what it depicts, like helplessness. But it depicts it because it's telling you that you're not helpless, right? So here's this kind person that is recognizing that you're not helpless, but he's giving you a hand anyway. He can relate to your situation. He's got a very kind, like, I know, they're there, you're okay. Very understanding look he's got on his face, right? But it's almost as if he's been there, done that. He knows how you feel, right? So this is what you can look forward to. People in your life that understand you. Don't think this is reverse. No. What did I say about your soul tribe? Here it is. This is your soul tribe coming in here. Three of Cups. This is very much like the original. The original, they're toasting each other. Now they're still toasting, but they're dancing now. You know, this is your soul tribe. Look at the grapes hanging from the ceiling. This is like abundance and celebration with people who wish you well and love you. Two more, please. Why do we look so crooked here? This is bothering me. I hope this is better. I hope I'm not driving you guys crazy with the crookedness here. Um, two more. Hmm. Both of these are, right? Yeah, you see, this is so beautiful. Libra. Okay. So Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is my favorite card in the deck. It's the Be Your Own Hero card. You know, he's walking away from these cups that no longer serve him and he's off to go find better things for himself. And now we've got this new person here who's kind of looking down forlornly at one of these cups. It's almost as if they're like, oh, where did Libra go? And, you know, it's like they're mourning over your departure here. That's too bad. They should have appreciated you when you were, when they had you. Next, they had their chance. There's no going back, Libra. So don't even think about it. I'm not one of those readers that are like, oh, let's see what you can do to repair this. No, 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 no. There are other fish in the sea. No. Let's move forward. Let's not look backward. Little sip of water. Um, we've got the Six of Wands here. That's the card with the woman in the boat. Now she's gotten to shore now. She's gotten off the boat and she's gonna walk into her new life, right? And I love that this came out after the Eight of Cups, right? This person is left mourning and longing for you, but you're long gone here to new shores. So let them eat your dust out of this cup here. Have some clarity, Spirit. Done. Better days ahead. But we know that, right? Wheel of Fortune. Better days ahead. Good karma. What else was that? got spirit? Mm-hmm. Ten of Swords. We'll see if that's reversed in a moment. Three more cards, please. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. So listen. Now, Spirit is turning its attention to their attention to the relationships that you walked out of. Yeah. Wow. One more. Okay, not reversed. Yeah, I didn't think so. This is reversed. Okay. Well, I'm surprised at that. Okay. We'll deal with it. Okay. So over here, we have, like I said, good days ahead. We've got good karma. But now we have the King of Swords that talks about uh, the fact that you have felt the need correctly to cut things out of your life, right? We've talked about that. The people that you've walked away from. And here we are at Ten of Swords, which is the pain is over and done with. The Five of Swords is the Victor card, um, which is important because it's attached here to the Eight of Cups, which shows the person mourning over you, and the same thing here, you, the victor, over the people that have wronged you. But over here, the outcome here with the Six of Swords, you moving on to you know, calmer shores here. But you have Five of Cups reversed, which is your own mourning here. It's like Spirit is uh reminding me, and Spirit's been doing this quite a bit lately, where there are these really great readings, and right towards the end, either in this spot here or here, it's like um reminding me that the energy is changing for you, better days are ahead, and congratulating you and everything, but reminding me that things aren't necessarily all, confetti and lollipops for you right now, that you are still mourning over what you've been through, which is okay. It's okay. It's just, and the reason why it's reversed is because it's like you haven't moved past it yet. You are very much feeling this mournful feeling. But the important thing is, Libra, is that you haven't let it, you didn't let it hold you back. And like, you're not stuck in the mud. You're still moving forward, even though you're in pain, which is the important thing. You got in this boat anyway. You walked away from these cups. You knew that there was something better for you. You took your power back. You know your worth, right? The fact that you're still mourning, that's okay. You take your time and you mourn, but keep going. You'll heal eventually, right? I always refer to a cut because trauma is very much like a physical wound. When you initially have the wound, it's gaping, it's bleeding, it looks ugly, and the next day it really starts to smart, you know? It's really sore, and but over time, each day that passes, the soreness kind of subsides, and it gets better. You have the scar there, but it doesn't hurt as much. It's going to be the same thing. Just be patient with yourself. It's okay that you feel like this. Just keep going, and you'll see how day by day you know, as you look back, it's going to be less and less painful. And speaking of looking back, try not to look back too much. There's a certain level of looking back that can be healthy in assessing what you've been through and how you're going to deal with things differently in the future. But, really rehashing things over and over again and what you should have done better, what they did to you, what you should have said, and all that kind of thing. There comes a time where that becomes really toxic to you. Um, and you're going to start to notice, you know, the difference between what a healthy assessment is and what, you know, lamenting is, Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get my water in because it's a little hot today. Um, all right. You're doing well, Libra. There's not much advice that I have for you except for keep going because you're moving into better days here. And there are going to be people in your life pretty soon that you're going to be very happy with. People who are going to see your worth, who are going to treat you better, who are going to be there for you when you need them, that kind of thing. Okay? Libra, I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys in the comment section. Um, I answer every single comment with glee, and it really does. Aside from the algorithm, guys, because yes, it does help me with the algorithm, but it also makes me feel like I'm not talking to myself here. You know, let me know if it resonates. It really gives me a boost in morale. in morale. Okay. Um, if you're really inclined to help me, go into my playlists. I've made some very convenient playlists for you. There's a Libra playlist, a pick a card playlist, right? You can put those on for background noise if you're cleaning or working, doing whatever. Even while you're sleeping, if you can put it on in the background, would really help me because watch hours mean everything to content creators. It would really help me in the growth of this channel. Oh, and I just realized I didn't shout out my foreign viewers in my last reading. Um, my US, my American viewers, you guys have always been there for me, and I really appreciate you. Kisses and many blessings go out to you. But what blows my mind are my foreign viewers, my UK, Australian, Canada viewers. I love you all. Thank you for your support. What's mind blowing are the subtitle watchers. I've got non English speakers. Shout out to the Filipinos, um, the Hindi speakers. Got India in the house. Um, Filipino, India. Oh, Spanish speakers and Brazil too. The Portuguese speakers. So what I want to tell you guys is thank you so much for putting up with the subtitles. Let me know how the subtitles are, by the way. Um, bear with the subtitles, guys. At some point when the channel grows, I'll be able to afford um, getting my videos dubbed, but until then, please bear with the subtitles. Thank you very much. Um, there was an Indian commenter that was like, you've got to dub your videos in Hindi. Um, so thank you so much. I would love to, but what you guys don't realize is that that's really expensive. So help me out and help the channel grow, and we'll get there at some point, I promise. So I will speak to you guys soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. It's a very quick gesture, costs you nothing, and helps the channel grow. Okay. So I will speak to you soon. Love, light, and many blessings.